Hi. I know I was gone last week, sort of. I mean, I guess most people wouldn't have noticed because I uploaded on my birthday, and technically I'm not supposed to upload until like the next Monday or Tuesday. I was taking a break because I uploaded my birthday video way earlier. It was like a pre-recorded, pre-uploaded video. So I have been taking a break because I got a cat and I had to adjust to that, and I've never owned a pet before. Well, like my family has owned a pet, but I've never had that responsibility on myself. So I had to spend a few days changing my everyday schedule, getting used to him. He's very hyper. He's a baby. His name is Loki because he has these beautiful green eyes and he's gray. He's beautiful. I love him. He's out of the room right now because he's too hyper and he will step all over my computer and probably mess something up that that I won't be aware of until I'm editing. So, for now, he's outside the room. As you can see, there's many changes. My hair, I cut my hair because I felt like it. I was I don't know. Sometimes, usually on those times like my birthday or New Year's, any type of new beginning, I like to cut my hair or change my hair in some way so that I can feel the change, if that makes sense. I don't know. I just got the urge to cut my hair and I was, you know, it hasn't been this short since I was maybe 15, 16. So this is a big thing for me. I cut my hair last year, but not this short. It was about like here or something. So, this video, if you read the title down there, is going to be about how I got into spirituality. I got into spirituality when I was, I think, 18. I had finished high school. I was going into college and it was a very stressful time because when I change schools, I get a little like anxious because I have to learn about the classes, new teachers, I barely know anyone, especially because my friends that were going to the school were in different departments. They weren't really in my department, or if they were in my department, they were more ahead because they started earlier. So I was nervous. I was very scared. I had a lot of anxiety about going to college. It started out by me trying to protect myself and control my anxiety because I was turning a bit agoraphobic. Wherever I would go, when I would go out, I would be scared that something would happen. So I sort of lived in fear every time I left my house. So I had to do something to fix that. And what I did to fix that is turn to crystals and tarot and spirituality. So the first thing I did was buy crystals, study crystals. I would buy them from random places wherever I would find them, or I would buy them from like small shops like Etsy. There was also a crystal shop very close to my city that I would go to with my mom to buy stuff like crystals and stuff to cleanse crystals like incense. And yeah, that's what I was into, and I honestly didn't learn that much. Like looking back right now where I am, looking back at how much I learned back then, I didn't really learn that much. It's strange because I did learn a lot about crystals, like meanings, and I collected a lot of them, but it wasn't like I learned so much about spirituality and tarot. I'm still learning tarot to this day. I read tarot, but I'm not an expert in tarot yet, but I will be. I've gotten way better since the beginning. In the beginning, I couldn't read anything without using the guidebook. I didn't use my intuition, so I was like reading random stuff. I didn't understand anything that was being said to me through the cards. But now I can. I can read messages. It's much easier for me now because I studied them and I practiced and I kept reading and reading and reading every single day, and that's when I got better. But At the beginning, mostly I would just watch tarot readings online, like the YouTube tarot readers. And honestly, I watched too many of them. I would go from one to the next to the next to the next all day, all night. I mean, it's just an oversaturation of information that, of course, some of it's going to come true, yes, but not all of it is for you. If you just keep consuming just to consume the tarot readings, it's not going to really resonate that much. In the end, it's just going to be random messages, and you're not going to be able to discern what's actually for you. And a lot of readings aren't for you. If you use your intuition wisely, you can figure out what is for you. And now I barely watch tarot readings. I only watched like 2 readers. Yeah, about 2. And I only watch the videos that I feel called to. I don't watch every single video, or I wait a certain amount of time until I feel like, yes, this video that they posted a few months ago, a few weeks ago, resonates for me now. Like, I feel like if I watch this, I'm gonna get valuable information, and I may need this information now. So I watch them, but I don't watch every day. I don't watch every week. I don't even watch every month. Honestly, I rely more on myself, on my own readings of myself, even though it's a little bit difficult to read for yourself because of bias. Your ego stands in the way, so it's not always easy to pinpoint the actual things that you need to work on because you're in the way, basically, which is why a lot of people go to other readers so that they can get through that blockage that you have within yourself and tell you exactly what you want to hear. I mean, not what you want to hear, what you need to hear. Any tarot reader that tells you what you want to hear is not a tarot reader. They're just taking your money. At that point, it was very surface level spirituality. I didn't know much about stuff like witchcraft or manifestation or, I don't know, meditation. I meditated, but it was just the guided meditations on YouTube. I couldn't really meditate myself, which is fine. Most people can't because it's a hard process. But now I feel like I'm much better at that because I had what is called a spiritual awakening. It's just this period of time when you go through some sort of breakthrough, or you find out that you have some sort of enhanced psychic power or whatever. What happened to me is I manifested something that I didn't do any techniques. I just thought of it one day and then it came up randomly out of nowhere. And then at one point I manifested something instantly. Like, I thought of it and then it came up immediately. So that's when I started being like, something's weird. Because before I believed in spirituality. I believed in my crystals, but it wasn't really that deep of a belief. I still had my doubts. I still was like, it was just mostly I thought of it more like a placebo. But once that happened, I decided, like, maybe this is actually real and I have something to offer in terms of spirituality. Basically, like, I can be a tarot reader for others. I can be a healer for the people around me. I could use my empathic abilities, I guess you can call them, to help others and protect myself in a way that I had no idea I could do before. I mean, since I was little, I've had sort of like a sixth sense. I would wake up in like the middle of the night from a dream or something, and the moment I open my eyes, I'm not in sleep paralysis. I can move. I see like a figure, like a person at the foot of my bed. That happened to me. It's not like a scary experience when you're in the moment, when you see the person. I honestly feel calm. I don't feel like it doesn't feel like a threat. Like, if there was a real person there, like a physical human being, I would get scared because that's a random person in my room. But I don't feel scared when I see it. And then once I sort of like come to, they disappear. Like I blink and they're gone. I've seen a little boy. I've seen a skinny man that was the first one I saw, and I thought it was Santa Claus, and that's what caused my fear of Santa Claus. And I've seen a woman at the foot of my bed, and I've seen my brother in the corner of my room. I think he was astral projecting or something into my room. I asked him if he dreamt about it, but he didn't remember anything. So honestly, that was an interesting experience. I was scared because it was him. It was him in his outfit, like a sweater. I remember him wearing, just his clothes, standing in the corner of my room just watching me. So I think that was him astral projecting into my room, just watching over me. And that's when I realized that I'm not crazy. I never thought I was crazy, but it was always like a really scary experience. Afterwards, when I would like rationalize it, I'd be like, what the, I just saw something in my room and it was watching me. And it would get me so scared that I would have to sleep in my brother's room for like a week afterwards every time it would happen. That's when I realized, like when I got into spirituality, I realized that I'm not crazy. I'm clairvoyant. I can see things from the other side. I don't know. I haven't really explored my abilities too much because I'm scared. That's the only thing holding me back. My sort of fear of finding something, like having to speak to these things that I see. I am easily able to read tarot because I have this, I guess I'm clairaudient as well. When I was little, I used to hear voices. It was like a symphony of a bunch of voices. Like if there was I don't know how to explain it. If anyone else has experienced this, it's not like someone was speaking to me. It's like I could hear a bunch of people just talking. And not to me, like probably not, I don't know. But they weren't coherent. They wouldn't say like actual words. I would hear just like a bunch of mumbled voices. And it wasn't like I could hear in my ear. It was like my head, inside your head. Like when you hear your voice inside your head. But it was a little bit less in the front. It's so confusing. It's so hard to like explain because like it's not in my head, it's like in the background sort of. And I used to be able to tune into this and I wouldn't understand it at all. And yeah, I've been through all of those things. I've had to deal with that. My mom and I are both sort of, what is it called? It's clairsentience, I think, where you feel energies like of other people, of other entities in your room or stuff, or like the energy of the area. You can just feel other people's energy. And I think that's genetic because my mom has it. So like getting into spirituality made me realize all these things, that there's nothing wrong with me. I have certain abilities, I guess, that pretty much everyone can use. Like everyone has psychic abilities, right? Everyone can be clairvoyant, clairsentient, clairaudient, whatever, all of those. But you just have to work on it. And some people just have it inherently, like stronger than others already when they come into this life. So, but you can become clairvoyant if you want to. Like if that's something that you want to do, you just have to practice and find a way to work on it, which I am reading a book about that, which hopefully I'll be able to work better on my abilities soon. It's called Psychic Witch: A Metaphysical Guide to Meditation, Magic, and Manifestation by Matt Oren. Let me show you. There you go. That's the author. This is the book. So if you want to work on your psychic abilities, read that book. I haven't finished it, but a lot of people have recommended and said it was very good. So I will recommend it to you too, and you will see if it works for you, if you like it, any of that stuff. So basically, my crystals, tarot, any sort of spiritual thing helped me manage my worries, my fears, and made me feel more protected. And I will be making a video on my crystals, on manifestation, and on tarot in the future. And there are so many resources online and in books and on any social media platform. There are a lot of spiritual teachers, sort of like, not teachers, but spiritual people that impart their knowledge on their followers, which I think it's important for you to look at them, find a lot of diverse and different spiritualists. Personally, I like to look at different kinds of people with different beliefs, people of color, especially because it's very important that you understand what is a closed practice, like what you cannot use, such as white sage and Palo Santo. That's part of a closed practice that's endangered. It's not right to use those things. There are just certain things that it's important for you to know that would be disrespectful to the culture that it belongs to for you to use. So that's why I think it's the best idea for you to just look at different kinds of spiritualists. Don't look at only one kind. Don't look at only white spiritualists. Just so that you are able to have a wide variety of opinions and teachings, so that you can be better able to make your own opinion, because the world of spirituality can be very manipulative because it preys on vulnerable people that really need help, and a lot of people get roped into very dangerous beliefs, or they can get scammed easily by spiritualists. Yeah, there's a lot of things that you need to be aware of, so it's very important that you look at a bunch of different people with a bunch of different beliefs. So basically, the way I got into spirituality was my own search to get better for myself. It has helped me so much. Like, I literally wear black tourmaline and rose quartz every day. Rose quartz is my favorite crystal, and I have so many. I don't even have them around me because they're all over my room and in my drawers, and that'll be a mess to take out because I had to hide them for my cat. Because he's learned that pushing them over is fun. But I do believe that crystals have the power to utilize your energy in a way that is more concentrated to be able to get you what you desire, basically. Like, protect your energy, keep negative energy from coming to you, bring more love into your life, calm you down. I really believe in the power of crystals, which is why I wear them every day. I think I talked about everything. I'm still on my spiritual journey right now. Every day I'm working hard on learning more about spirituality, becoming more conscious about like closed practices and cultural appropriation in spirituality. That's always something that you have to educate yourself on and be always aware of it. And always listen to the creators of color that tell you about that, because it's important. But yeah, I'm on a big journey. I've only started this about 4 years ago when I was 18. And I've only started actually getting into it last year, like summer last year. So I have a long way to go. I have a lot of things to learn. I'm not an expert on anything, but I hope that my knowledge thus far is useful to people who are beginners, or people who just want to get into spirituality, because I think it's a very fulfilling thing. I don't know. It's made me happy. It's given me something I'm passionate about. I love to learn about spirituality. I've read so many books on spirituality and like consciousness, the power of your mind, just the way how science connects to spirituality, which is really incredible. Currently, I am working on learning more about witchcraft and spell work and protection, manifestation. I have learned so much recently about manifestation that I want to talk about it because I've had a lot of success. Not just recently, but like I've always been able to manifest pretty easily, but even with learning more about the law of attraction and the law of assumption, I have gotten even better and I've found methods that work best for me. So I want to talk about that and hopefully help you guys manifest in the future. That'll probably be my next video. So I hope you guys like this video. Please like and subscribe if you want to see more spiritual content, me talking about my own practice, talking about witchcraft. That's my new passion. I mean, it's been my passion since last year, but I'm finally actually getting into it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.